Okay, now, so over here we have, I'm sure you would have attempted, I think some of you would have attempted the questions, okay? And if you notice, the first question is free writing. Basically, you were given you were given 4 topics to choose from. Okay, and then you were supposed to sort of like develop a relatable storyline in this case, okay? But I think for today, the main objective here is to define keywords, basically to be able to unpack the question in a sense. Okay, so what do we mean by unpacking the questions? Basically, we need to identify keywords in the question and be very clear about what the question is expecting us to write about in terms of composition, of course. Okay, then of course, the moment we define keywords, I think we should also be able to define, or rather, we will be able to determine the genre as well. Because different genres will expect us to write in a different manner. Okay, different genres will have different format as well, different styles, and also the content is also quite different. Okay, so if let's say describe your favorite place to go, okay, your favorite to go place on a weekend, for example. So that one, basically by identifying the word describe, you know that the genre is descriptive essay, right? If you were to see this phrase, do you agree? So then I think that suggests to you that it's probably an expository piece of writing. Yeah. Okay. So next one, we will also need to relate keywords to your personal experiences. Okay, relate keywords to personal experiences. In this case, I would say it's not all genres. Some genres you will be able to relate. Okay, like for example, your narratives. Okay, actually, in terms of expository, sometimes you will be able to sort of include some form of personal experiences as well. Yeah, more like personal anecdotes, I would say, for you to maybe prove a point or to explain your argument. Okay. Then eventually to develop a relatable storyline. Excuse me. Yeah. So to develop a relatable storyline. Okay. So these were the questions found in your homework. You have free writing, and then for questions 2 to 5, as I mentioned in the last lesson, we'll always touch on some current affairs because it will be useful for you in many aspects. Like for example, your spoken interaction for your oral or even your non-narrative text in your paper 2. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the first one. Okay, we're gonna touch on compo first. But this time around, the genre we're looking at is personal reflection. Actually, personal reflection is not really found in your continuous writing portion. Okay, so this one is really just a practice writing, basically, because continuous writing is found in your paper 1, right? Paper 1 basically comprises of your situational writing, continuous writing, as well as your editing. Okay, so personal reflection, I guess, it doesn't really fall under situational writing, right? Because usually situational writing will be talking about like writing a speech, writing an email, writing a letter, formal or informal, right? And then personal reflection also doesn't really fall under continuous because mainly the genres that we're going to write under continuous would be your expository, descriptive, and narrative. I think at Sec 1, you are probably exposed to narrative and descriptive, not so much of expository yet. Maybe next year when you're in Sec 2, they will start to introduce you to expository writing. Okay, and argumentative actually falls under expository writing. Yeah, so I think this one is basically just writing practice, I would say, because personal reflection doesn't really fall under any of this. Okay, so over here, okay, So personal reflection, do you think? Okay, then again, if it is do you think, then actually we can group this under expository as well. Because basically expository writing you definitely have to make a stand, but you do not have to make an argument. Okay, so basically you are basically showing the maturity to list down both the advantages as well as the disadvantages, or both agree and disagree. So you are basically stating all the different points down. Okay, so first thing first, of course, the key thing to do first is to unpack the question. Let us understand the question first. You are to write 350 to 500 words. So I always think the word limit is really a good gauge, because anything less than that basically suggests to the marker that you do not have enough content. And when you don't have enough content, they will not be able to give you high marks for your content portion. Okay, anything more than 500 sometimes might suggest to the marker that you are being long-winded, repetitive, and there may be a lot of redundant words. Yeah, so this is a good gauge. Always try to aim between 350 to 500. And of course, you are advised to spend about 55 minutes, because don't forget, like I mentioned just now, you still have your editing as well as your situational writing portion. Okay. Then the next thing would be, of course, to analyze the question: crises in life, opportunities, personal growth. So you must be able to sift out the important words or phrases. In this case, this one is a phrase: crises in life. Then the next keyword that which you should be able to identify will be opportunities, and lastly will be personal growth. Okay, so maybe if I have about 7 participants, okay, it'll be good if you can turn on your video. Okay, Palaniapan is here, so I'll just mark your attendance first. Only Hagen is not here. Yeah. Thank you for owning your video. Who else? The rest of you. I'll call some of you to answer certain questions, yeah? So then everybody gets a chance to contribute. Okay, let's start with Der. Der, what do we mean by crises in life?
It means like the problems we have, like we face the problems.
Okay, basically problems faced, okay? Oops. Have I accidentally reviewed that? Problems faced. We definitely face a lot of problems in life, right? I mean, it's never ending. But crisis is usually considered a period. Okay, it's a period. It's not just a problem. It can be a period of extreme difficulty or intense difficulty. Okay, so firstly, you must be able to define the key phrases or keywords. Okay, next one, opportunities. Nishan. What do we mean by opportunities?
It's like the chances we have.
Okay, it's like the chances. Giving you an opportunity is basically handing you a chance, right? Okay, or also it could mean a set of circumstances. Okay, a set of circumstances that make it possible to do anything. So when the opportunity arrives, basically it's handing you a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do anything. So you're given an opportunity, and not always do opportunities come by, right? So that day I was just, I think I checked upon this video. This lady, actually, she's the first Asian to win the Oscars. Okay, so she was just saying, right, you must always be prepared. So in time of an opportunity, you'll be ready. Okay, so that means you don't wait till the opportunity is served to you. You have to be ready for the opportunity. Okay, so I thought it was quite a good sharing there. Okay, now next one, Palaniapan, what do we mean by personal growth?
Personal growth means growth for ourselves instead of others. Like, yeah,
Can we rephrase the word? I mean, let's not use the word growth. Basically, growth means what?
growth means growing.
Do you literally grow, or maybe personal growth? We are talking about something more
Mental growth.
mental growth. Yes, we're referring to something more intrinsic, right? When we want to achieve personal growth, basically it's something more intrinsic. We actually think of improving ourselves. Okay, so it's really about improving ourselves. It's not so much about others, right? Improving ourselves, typically we are referring to improving like what you've mentioned just now, right? Palaniapan, you said typically maybe mental growth. It's not really about physical growth. Typically also mental growth, behavior and traits as well, sometimes habits as well. So you want to improve on your behavior, you want to improve on your traits, your personality traits, you also want to improve on your habits also. So that's personal growth. Right, so once we have unpacked the question, I think you have a better understanding of the question, and then that's when you have to brainstorm. Okay, so let's think about it. Do you think crises are opportunities for personal growth? I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll get someone to share. Yeah, 2 minutes to think about it. Hi, Hagen. Yeah, it's nice to see everyone here. Actually, I have 8 of you on the list and all of you are here. That's great. Hagen, maybe you want to share which school are you from?
Christchurch.
Christchurch, very good. Okay. What about you, Delvin?
Riverside Secondary.
Oh, Riverside, huh? That's in Punggol, right? I actually have a student just now in Sec 2 class who is also from Riverside. Maybe you know him. And Suojun, do you know who's Suojun?
No.
No? Okay, fine. Dhruv, which secondary school are you from?
I'm from Temasek Junior College.
Oh, yes, I remember. Temasek JC. Okay, there. Which school are you from?
Dimensions International School.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Dimensions International. Yeah. Which is located somewhere in Hougang, right?
Kovan.
Oh, Kovan. Okay. Gerald, which school are you from? Gerald, are you there? Gerald. Okay, never mind. We'll skip Gerald first, okay? Nishan, which school are you from?
Swiss Scottish Secondary School.
Oh, okay. That's in like Bukit Panjang or something, right? Okay. Palaniapan?
Woodland Secondary.
Woodlands, is it?
Yeah.
Future
Catholic High.
Catholic High. Great. Yeah. Okay. As I was sharing, I think some of you, I think I've shared with Joe was here last week, right? Was he? Let me see.
No.
Oh no, Joe wasn't here last week. Varun, Sheena. Okay.